Greetings, Deaflings, and welcome back to Humankind and to Italians taking over the world. Culturally. And non-culturally, actually. There's pretty much only two places that haven't converted to our culture, and that is the very recently founded city over here from Shen, which is currently converting to our culture, and Cringes. The Mayans. Actually, the Mayans and the Edo-Japanese. Sorry, I was going to say just Cringer, but no. We are slowly moving into their territory. Currently, the Mayans have a bit of a buffer because our culture won't spread into Cringer's area because we're at war with Cringer, and so cultural spread is currently nixed, but that will soon fix itself. Now, we have a couple of choices to be made right at the beginning of this episode, and the first of them is, of course, which of the new cultural wonders are we going to take? We can go with the Statue of Liberty, which will give us money and science per number of territories in our sphere of influence, which is soon to be all of them, so this is a pretty big one to go for, or the Eiffel Tower, which gives us industry per population. Big Ben doesn't really seem like a very wise move for us because alliances are not exactly what we're doing anymore. So I think we're going to be going with Statue of Liberty for now, and then moving on to the Eiffel Tower probably soon after it if we get our way. There's not a lot that they're going to be able to do to slow that down. Now then, let's have a look. Oh, okay, Pokey Dragon has got... wow, how appropriate. Should we put the Statue of Liberty in the New World? I kind of think we have to. Actually, it must be placed on coastal water. So, let's pick a spot, shall we? Should we pop it over? Oh, we can't put it there. Well, I guess we'll put it right here. We'll lose two food, but that is absolutely fine. We could pop it here. I mean, I guess all of these are okay. I'll pop it right next to this. Let's go ahead and get that on the go. It's only going to take us 14 turns because we are producing staggering amounts of industry. But with that said, I think, Manu, you need to bring across your frankly insane amount of industry and refocus some of that over yonder. Now it's going to be done in 2 turns. Darth Raptor, what are you currently working on? You're currently working on a train station. No, you're actually working on the Statue of Liberty. Now it's done in 3 turns. Eel Star, it's not a insignificant amount of industry, to be fair. Let's get that on the go as well. All 4 of our cities are now focusing their attention on the Statue of Liberty. Once that's done, Pokedragon, could we get... I'm kind of feeling that money is where we need to be looking right now, if I'm perfectly honest. So, how about pop this down, and then one over here as well, if we can, please and thank you. We will lose a little bit of food, and that is a shame, but it's not a great deal in the grand scheme of things. Also, maybe getting this down would be worth our while. What does it count as? Can be built once per territory. Doesn't actually extract anything. That's fine, though. Let's go ahead and find a spot with some commons quarters, or somewhere where we can build a lot of commons quarters in the future. I suppose somewhere up here would be okay. Maybe we should go for the commons quarters first. Now, this tile would be probably one of the best. It will lose 1 possibility, but the problem is trying to get manipulation on these tiles. But still, let's plop that down and see how that goes. If we can then build the emblematic district there, it'll be amazing. Right, with that, we've got a couple of new grievances to look at. The Mayans, for example, stop my trade routes. Scallywags. Absolute scoundrels. I feel that we need to make some requests. Now, you have a strategic resource that I don't know what it is. And that perks my interest. We've got a couple of places that have strategic resources that we don't know. We've also got some oil around. I am going to try and resist so hard deciding that I want a place to be mined just because it's got oil there. I think that's very unhealthy. So we're going to have a look at some other things that we can do. Oppressing my people... Well, I mean, I could claim this area as ours if I really wanted to. It would be a new city, though. We could afford it, and we could start spreading out over here if we really, really wanted to do that. But is this a good place to go for that? I'm not really sure. I would say probably not. I would say probably not. I would like you to make some payments. Yes, I'm going to demand this.
Your transgressions
I want more money from you for all of the trade agreements you stopped. Also,
I loathe you. I almost hope you...
You have the clothes of a ruler and the mind of a child.
did I intentionally cut him off there?
Reparations was justified. Wow. Think carefully.
I mean, I'm okay with this.
Your religion is an affront to the truth.
I refuse your demands.
Your transgressions anger me. You must pay for my goodwill. A change of faith might help you with your obvious frustrations.
Someone will be gutted for this.
Well, it won't be any of my people, so I pity your advisors. Because this sounds like very much an evil overlord's issue here. You clearly haven't read the to-do list, or rather the 101 things not to do, which is to point at someone, one of your advisors who had nothing to do with anything, and then gut them to make a point. It will change nothing. I promise you. Alright, let's go through all of these demands received. There we go. Trade routes blocked. Yes, indeed they are. But that should do for now. We're going to very quickly gain war support here. 3 ongoing, 15 instant. They've got 15 instant, but they're going to be losing ongoing. There we go. That will do for now. They are sullen right now, but that's just the way it's going to be. How about you, Shen? Is there much I need to deal with over here? I am not going to give you freedom.
A good ruler knows when to withdraw their demands. Now is that time.
Indeed it is.
This is wondrous. Friend, come share a glass.
There we go. Is there anyone else that I need to deal with? I don't actually think there are.
Hail, sovereign.
Do we have any issues here? I mean, I can choose to demand areas at any point. I think for now, though, I'm just going to allow those to sit, because they're not going to time out. You're always going to be in control of a territory where my culture is dominant. So, yeah, I think we're going to just sit on that one. Now, the real question is, what are we going to do with Knock? We're holding Knock for now, because without it, war score is not going to continue dropping. So we're just going to keep that for the time being. In the meanwhile, I'm thinking... Well, I'm not looking to move across there just yet. Perhaps we could have... Well, none of our armies can move right now, so I guess we'll take care of that in the next turn. But I'm possibly going to need to take some of these territories off you, though. The ones with hidden strategic resources, you're not going to develop them, simply because you're not gaining science fast enough to do so.
In a bottle. This new power
so I may
will
need to do it
impact
myself.
Every aspect of society, from public safety to industrial production. Change is coming.
Born in the minds of visionaries who tinkered with strange metals, even they couldn't have foreseen electricity's reach. Weird vaults. Oh, sorry, wired vaults, not weird vaults. Mainly weird vaults, but more of the 40k weird. Minus 100% on market quarter and industry costs. That's great. Coal generators. Dedicated plants for producing electricity from burning coal reserves are beneficial to all. +1 food, money, science, industry. That one's going to be huge. And a coal plant. Would need a coal plant to exist in a location, I should imagine. Maybe not. Maybe just having this will always help. But coal plants specifically will give 10 industry per coal that we have, +1 industry on Maker's Quarters per adjacent Maker's Quarters, and on Maker's Quarters +2 industry in general, +1 pollution. Now, that one is a bit of a rough one, honestly, because we are producing a lot of... we've got a lot of Maker's Quarters, so that would be an awful lot of pollution per turn. Achieve the following deed. Discover electricity. All right. Culture chosen. The Maya reached early modern era with the Mughals. Very well. Poke Dragon just gained population and a new grievance. Very well.
You bring your stink here? Open the windows.
Well, my lord. I mean, I can't do anything with it right now. Well, I guess I could, actually. Stole my independent people. No, I can't. Much sadness. But... on the plus side, this is now going to be mine. I was simply going to pay for it, but it looks like that's not going to be necessary now. However, I do need to bring my armies back down, I suppose. Right, let's have a look at you. You should be able to handle the city by yourself, realistically. But, no, I'm going to take all my units in, I think. Let's get ourselves up here quickly as we can. You can start making your way back around. That's kind of an annoyance. But if I do vassalize them, then it's fine, ultimately. Still, I was intended to take this territory. I could require it as part of the surrender terms. I suppose that would be fine. We'll see. Right, as for research, though, now that we've got electricity, a lot of things are going to open up for us. We could go for underground resistance, minus 25 stability on cities under occupation by another empire. That's not going to happen, so it really doesn't help us. Modify all industrial units, industry cost by minus 10. Extra discount on farmers' quarters. Minus 20% population consumption on city or outpost. Mass vaccination, plus 1 stability per population on all cities. That's huge. And hospital. I think we're going to go for microbiology there. Extra city cap might not be too bad. Combustion engine for the oil. We could also get the heavy machine gun and the siege artillery. Wouldn't be a bad move. Aeronautics, though. Getting the first planes up in the air would be a huge, fantastic move for us. So I think we're going to push down in that direction. A separation of powers. Religious communities' participation has been waning for years as the Empire's cultural strength grows, and now is the right time to remove religious authority from political power. Should religion solely become a matter of personal faith, though? Or does it still have a part to play in civic society? Ooh, so sounds like an interesting one. Irreligion. We can go with secularism. The functions of government are separate from religious institutions. Lose the ability to enforce a state religion. Build new holy sites or pick tenets. Become immune to religious grievances. Or state atheism. We oppose religious institutional power in all aspects of public and political life. Minus 75% foreign religion strength bonus. Plus 25% faith on territories if territories follow state religion, and replace the current state religion with atheism. Lose the ability to... So we would still have a religion, it's just our original religion would now be atheism. That's an interesting one. How would this one adjust things? This would push us more towards personal liberty, I guess. And this one would pull us away from that. I think we're going to go with secularism. I don't feel that faith should dictate laws. But at the same time, I'm not going to require the people of our empire become practicing atheists. That's kind of a contradiction of terms, really, when you think about it. But we're not going to have a state religion of no religion either. We'll simply completely remove the function of religious institutions and government. I mean, I guess this is just that on an extreme, but the implications here are a little bit more zealous in a way. We'll enact a secularism.
This looks lovely on paper. Let's see how it goes in practice.
I mean, that's fair. But we've now lost everything down here. Interesting. Materials procurement. Minus 20% required resource deposits to be able to create wondrous resource deposits. Might not be too bad. We've easily got the requirements to be able to work on this. Colonization. Applies status subservient on captured cities. Applies status harmonious on captured cities. Well... This would lose our plus 10 food. I think we're going to go with naturalized colonies. New cities and their citizens, wherever they may be, are the equals of the old ones.
That seems to be a bit more humanitarian, though the folks back home might view it otherwise.
But that's the point. There isn't meant to be a folks back home. Home encompasses all now. There is no homeland. All lands become home. Wherever one lays their hat, now is home. Right, let's get you across there as soon as you can. How are we looking in this war? we are going to win, but we're going to need to push a little bit harder, I feel. I am concerned, though, with this down here. I'm not going to be able to get there in time to really push hard against them, so it's just if I can get a good fight over here. Or not, really. Let's continue up. Really. Oh, hello. Well, sure. Manual battle. I would like my gunners at the front. My cavalry can move fast enough behind. That shouldn't be an issue. Okay, good enough. End deployment. Okay, first and foremost, we've got Cav over there. Wow. They really did not stand much chance there, did they? Now, I could have my Cav move in and attack, but, well, it'll be 40 versus 40. They've got some decent bonuses there that I dislike, or alternatively, I could wipe you out. Well, no. No, there's a potential that I would fail. Let's move up. Let's move you up as well. Now, you won't be able to attack from now, but let's move our horses in. I could deploy these units. I mean, they've already used their turn, so technically speaking, it's not an issue for me to do so, so might as well. You can move up there as well. Cav can move in. Might as well have them as part of the battle. And then my knights. Wow, you are out of time, aren't you? A unit out of time. Okay, let's see how the enemies go. I imagine that anyone who needs to make a melee attack is going to take a decent amount of damage from this, but we'll see. Yeah. A lot of damage to their Cav there. Now, they've cleared a way for us to move in. So let's just take you out. Not quite finished you off, sadly. Can you take a shot? Yes, you can. Which means you can now move straight through and attack someone. Take the shot. Then let's get more of our gunners up there.
Keep up.
I think everyone else can simply hold position. That being said, you can make it up top. Okay, let's do that. We'll have a look at what's going on over here. There's quite a lot of room for us to maneuver up there, thinking about it. And I am absolutely on board with this plan. I'm probably not going to worry over much about the swordsmen in this fight. Don't think they're going to be a big part of our strategy here. Still, it does make sense to position everyone. Okay, they did a decent bit of damage there and managed to clear the way all in one turn. Wow. Those units, yeah, the samurai are terribly dangerous, to be fair. Right. Clear the path. Can we get in there in one turn? Yes, we can. Go ahead and hold it. We just need to keep hold of that now. Clear them out if we can. There we go. Let's move up more of my gunners. So having already lost the cavalry group is a bit of a pain, I'm not gonna lie. But let's block their route down to our cavalry there as well, if we can. Can you attack anyone? You can. Sure, go for the swordsman. Right. With that, end of round. They've got this turn to try and remove me from this tile. If they fail, we win. Honestly, they weren't going to be able to beat us, so what I would have done if that had been me... We did lose 2 units of heavy cavalry. If that had been me, I would have retreated without sending my units in against anyone other than the people on the tile we were meant to defend. Because if I couldn't dislodge them, then I was going to lose anyway, so I may as well not throw the units away. That would have been my approach there. We might sack this area, actually, on the way through. Okay. Manu's
The
gained.
Statue of Liberty
As
is
is
a
Darth
towering
Raptor.
symbol of unity and inclusion, and was a most generous gift.
Indeed. Close to victory in the war. I mean, we were close to victory in the war the moment we started the war. Urgent affairs require our attention. The walking wounded. Wars, many successfully fought. All successfully fought, I think you'll find. Have been part and parcel for this empire's recent history, yet those same wars have traumatized many of the soldiers, both physically and mentally. Everything from shell shock to losing limbs has ailed these brave men and women. They hide in the shadows, almost ashamed. Now some have begun to highlight their plight. Your lead will be vital. How should you treat those soldiers upon their return? We can honor, celebrating in 4 cities, or rehabilitate. With enough research at the sites across the Empire, we can give these soldiers new lives and learn more too. We'll go with rehabilitate. Okay, so they are ready to surrender. They did not have much of a choice. We do not get even close enough to force this, which is quite the frustration. Okay, I'll take knock. I would also like to take... can we take this? I'm not sure we can. Tlaxcala. There we go. We can't. That is ultra vexing. That is ultra vexing. Cannot of the city as it's currently not occupied by the winner of the war. Yeah, we can't claim any of these really. Okay, well, knock is the only thing we're going to get out of that. That is a shame. The war was a messy war, to be sure. We will probably go to war again reasonably soon in order to take the new city that they've claimed. It's a shame we couldn't get that.
This is wondrous. Friend, come share a glass. So, tell me, shall we become closer?
I'm going to immediately demand this.
This is not worth spilling blood over. We agree. You are a
Oh,
rare
there we go.
gem, and I appreciate things of value.
There we are. They've immediately acquiesced to our demands. Fantastic. Now we are slightly over our cap, though, which is less fantastic. And that is way too much to absorb. So, as a consequence, we are going to sack this city.
Forward!
We will then rebuild immediately. And the same is more or less true down here, really. It would be way too expensive for us to absorb. So let's get a... Well, we've got to move our troops out of their territory anyway. So let's get them back down here as quickly as we can. Will you move? Apparently not. Okay. Well, that's fine. What about the rest of our units? Can we get down here or not?
Don't think we can do that.
Well, that's a shame because it's telling me that you have to. So yeah, let's go ahead and I don't know. We'll try and build something while we're here. It's going to take 1 turn, so there's actually nothing worth doing. Just go ahead and start work on that, I guess. All right. Let's have you skip the turn then for this turn. I guess it's because they've already fought. That does make sense. As for you, we need to get into our own water so we can start upgrading. We could manufacture their own demise here, really. Okay, that's going to take way too many turns. Let's drop you out. Oops. Are there any units that I can get going over here in a reasonable amount of turns? 3 turns for a saboteur. Sure. Okay. In fact, I can straight up buy that. But I'm going to hold off on buying it. I would like to make a little bit more money if we can. But we are making a lot
If
of money
fame
now.
could be purchased on the open market with 15 market quarters, you'd be rolling in it.
Fair. Ransack successful. Right, let's immediately set this up as a new outpost. And promptly attach that outpost. There we go. These are astronomical numbers over here now. Absolutely fantastic numbers. Now, where do I want to position my defensive forces? I guess... Well, where's the next war likely to be is the real question. And I think the next war is likely to be... down around there. These units do need to be upgraded, though. I'm going to have them go in station in Manu. I will move these units all the way across to... Oh, wow, okay, they're going to go the other way. I wasn't actually expecting that, but sure. Let's get them across into Pokedragon. We'll upgrade them as they go. And these units... Oh. I don't want to move too many of my units away from Shen. Shen is... I'm not going to insult Shen's capabilities, because Shen could absolutely still make war with us. Still. Let's get more of our forces over here if we can. At this point, need you to be coming down here as well. Let's go. And you as well. We are manufacturing this city's doom, effectively. Right, we want these upgraded. It is fantastically expensive to do so. So, actually, for the time being, I'm going to have you station. My hope is to get Manu to the point that Manu can absorb Darth Raptor and have a massive mega capital over here, and eventually absorb Eelstar. We'll have 1 city per continent then. The New World and the Old World will be governed by single cities. Also, new wonder can be claimed. I approve. Let's go with the Eiffel Tower. Resource sold. And new grievances available.
Have a seat. Have a glass. Let's get to know each other.
Well. Okay, that's an interesting one. Did they really? Why they would do that, I have no clue. But very well. Manual battle it is. Let's make sure that my strongest units are at the front. And one of the stronger ones is holding that position. Okay. Well. This is an interesting battle, certainly. Wiping these units out is actually going to be a bit of a tricky one. And if I allow them to get in there, that's going to be a problem for me to defend. Hopefully... Well, hopefully I can get you out of that boat reasonably fast and displace them. Okay, let's start attacking. They may win this fight. Possible they won't, but we'll see. Oh. Is it because we didn't bring them in first? That's interesting. I guess once we had moved all of our available units, that was that. That's a bit of a shame. Because that... Oh, though, they have moved off this tile, which does give us an opportunity to claim it now. Which may work to our benefit. Right. Can I get units in? Yes, we can. Move in, claim that position. That was a silly move of theirs, but I am going to capitalize on it very aggressively. Move up. Now, these ships can still attack from the water whilst not being able to be attacked. We're going to make use of that where we can. Right, can you attack? I was under the impression you would be able to. No, apparently they can't. That's a shame. Or maybe it's only attack and then move. We'll see. Either way, I want to blunt this unit because they have to try and take this tile. And if they can't take it, that's it for this turn. How about you? Okay, you can't attack, sadly. Okay. Now, so having weakened them, they're not going to be able to get through this group. But I knew they would be attacking it. Now, they may be able to take them, but they're not going to be able to get on the tile in time. Okay, units waiting for orders. Can they attack? No, they can't. That's vexing. Alright. Let's move my units up. We can completely remove their crossbowmen and move my gunners into position. Okay. I think that's it for this battle. Battle will continue next turn. They won't be able to win this fight, even against my heavily wounded group. But that is surprising. That is a grievance that we will be pressing quite aggressively. Well, Darth Raptor, let's pop this one over by Mano, I think. This will activate any tile at all, so let's go ahead and place this right about, let's see, about here. Quite a few tiles that we'd be able to take there as a consequence. It's either that, or we gather all of these tiles together. Or we can just go for the one of the prettiest places that we can see to place it. And yeah, sure, let's pop it over there. That'll work very nicely, I think. Now, as for this, where are we going to place you? Have we got a suggestion? We do apparently have a suggestion, and that is a lot of influence. Yes. And another one. Over here for another 50 culture. And yet another. Hopefully. Anyone else lighting up for us? No. Well, we'll just leave it at those then. Okay. Well, grievance time. You attacked me. I demand money.
You must pay for my goodwill. You have the clothes of a ruler and the mind of a child.
I mean, you were the one that attacked us, considering we were leaving your territory.
That's
I'm
one
not
approach
sure
to
that
making
you made the
city more
best
safe.
choice there.
Give it 15 commons quarters and fill it with entertaining diversions.
Combustion engine researched. Finally able to create engines of a more portable size. The demand for black gold will rocket. Okay. One of the Scientist Era stars earned. And we won. I think they lost all of their units in that fight. Alright. Well, before we go anywhere, I'm actually going to want you to move down. Well, they're going to be stuck there now, frustratingly, but... Eelstar and Pokedragon just gained a population point. Sold some more resources.
Greetings,
New grievance
Sovereign.
available, really?
Are you with me? Or against me?
Kind of feel like Amsterdam should be mine, but we'll see how that goes. Right, we've got our saboteurs. Who do you raise this territory? Let's get it cleared up and then claim it immediately. We will then start building out these resources. Sadly, they have to wait the turn. That is a little bit frustrating, but it will. Let's have you hold. Now that you're at the garrison, you can hold as well. Now, Pokedragon would like you helping out with the Eiffel Tower. Following that, I would like some more market quarters if we could get them. It's a nice bit of cash coming in there. Very nice indeed. We want to continue to expand on that. Manu, you can start work on the Eiffel Tower as well. As starting to build some of these emblematic districts yourself. One over here for another 46 influence. At this point, I don't think we're going to have any trouble whatsoever just pushing through and dominating the whole world culturally. I don't think there's going to be any issue with that at all. You can well, you know what? For what it's worth, you can work on that. There we go. Straight away reclaimed. Resource sold.
Greetings.
New grievance available.
What news do you bless us with?
You're making it hard, Shen, for us not to go back to war. Unsuccessful. Trade route destroyed, a couple of them, sadly. Population lost in Manu. You stole 3 pop from Manu. Rude. So rude. I want to not have to smack you down again, Shen, but you're making it hard. Not gonna lie. Making it very difficult. Let's get this unit over here. Let's see if we can't have these units merge. Oh, no, no, no. Go this way. Ah, no. Okay, apparently. Okay, I just need to tell you to leave. Fair enough. You hold here for a turn. They'll meet up. I can't move separately to positions within the territory. I have to move all at once, it seems. Out of the territory. I have to be making a beeline for an exit point. That makes sense. Frustrating though it might be, it does make sense. Right, let's see about ending this turn. How much pollution? We're producing 15 per turn. It's not great. Aeronautics research. Humans have always dreamed of flight. Now with new physics, robust materials and brave pioneers, these fantasies can come
what
true.
you can do with a bit of iron, a bit of math, and thousands of litres of paint.
Fair, actually. There's an awful lot of paint that goes into the Eiffel Tower. Okay, now then, time for us to have a look backwards. We can get industrial silos for some extra food and more farmers' slots. Not really what we need. The sawmill, though. Industry on tile-producing industry. That's going to be a lot of our industries. Factory. +2 industry per worker. 3 worker slots. Pollution on makers' quarters. That's not great, but we'll take it, I suppose. Urban planning. We can increase our city admin cap. Also increase police force. Radio broadcasting, +2 influence on commons quarters. That would make our commons quarters absolutely bonkers good. Once that's gotten, we're just going to move through the rest of the tech that we have available. We are expanding very, very rapidly at this point. Let's have a quick look at the current stars. Our influence is skyrocketing. We'll probably hit this star relatively soon. In terms of military stars, it's not a goal, but we'll probably get the second one before we leave this era. Science stars, absolutely. We're going to get there very quickly. 3 turns, to be precise. District-wise, well, while we're building wonders, it's going to take us a little bit more time, but it should be okay. Expansion stars, probably not too much of an issue. Honestly, we're going to get that one fairly soon. Alright, 1 idle army. There we go. An idle army of 8. Let's get into our own territory, shall we? And then finally upgrade a bit. It's about time. Okay, they've moved into the industrial area of the Mexicans. Darth Raptor has gained a new pop. I can only assume that is increasing the cost of absorbing that city, but We're making over 2,000 a turn. It's not going to take us too long to get there. We don't have that many turns, though, until the end of the game. So, you know, that's definitely something to be aware of. Right, time for us to start laying down some new districts there. Oil wells. We also want lead manufactory. Let's get that on the go. And we could pop down a nature reserve, I guess. But I don't think that's going to be necessary just yet. Let's get you going. And possibly another one over here. Oh, my lord. Aren't you all over this place? Yes, we can. We'll place that there and then place down another commons quarters if we really, really want to. Absolutely. At this point, if we have a look at culture, our influence is shocking. They're going to convert to the Persians in 2 turns, but realistically, they'll convert to us very, very soon after that. We are now basically leeching into Edo-Japanese and Mughal's culture. It won't be long before we control the entire planet culturally. Now, sadly, I didn't consider it, but I should have moved straight in here and taken this this area, so I should probably get over there and see if we can do it before they set anything up. Stronger, faster, more productive. Mechanization is the dream of tomorrow. Tomorrow's solutions today.
You?
New grievance?
What is it? Don't get comfortable.
Really? I'm going to hold on to that. Because honestly, as you keep taking them, I might be able to just keep nabbing them off you. Whether I do or not is another matter. We'll see. The human carnival. The human craving for the macabre spectacles knows no bounds, especially in the empire flush with many quarters dedicated to entertainment. Because of their deformities, some of the vast population are exhibited as curious circus monsters, merely to sate the public curiosity. People from your cities pay to see them in cages like animals. A philanthropist has created a society to help them, and campaigns for an end to these so-called freak shows. Now, she sent you a petition to see them closed. But if you accept, what kind of future will the women and men who work there have? Right up until this point, it was a pretty much done deal, but let's actually have a look at what they say. Refuse. No one is forcing them. The cages are just theatre. These circuses bring joy and profit to many. Rehabilitate. We will close these dehumanizing circuses and ensure that these people are given the finest medical and psychological care. Science investing on 4 cities or educate. Society needs to change. Money will be spent on education programs so that the deformed are seen as people, not entertainments. Honestly, these are both good. They approach different things. I mean, it would be nice if you could sort of offer to do both, like educate, but make a commitment to rehabilitate those who choose to have rehabilitation. It's like, who are you to define what is a deformity and what is just the expression of the myriad and diverse possibilities of nature? In terms of the game sense, this one is a little bit better, so we'll go for that, but kind of a combination would be the ideal. How much would it cost? Oh, okay, Big Ben is locked until we have 10k. Okay, well, that's not actually that hard for us to get, to be perfectly honest. Right, how's our fleet over here? It would cost an awful lot to upgrade these. Ironclads, do they all upgrade? No, steam frigate, ironclad as well. I don't really think we need to get them on the move, but honestly, the only place that we're likely to see any issue, we've got a fleet over here already that will handle a decent amount of movement over here. I think we could probably safely have this fleet relocate in this direction. We'll see how that goes. Seeing Shen start to field some decent sized ships there. Might want to be aware of that.
I do not
Mana's got a
live
little bit
for
more
revenge,
population.
but I could die for it.
Well, I mean, you might not get the choice. I might make the choice for you. Alright, let's have a look. There's nothing here strategically that I want, but I wouldn't mind taking this place just to expand our territory. We'll then absorb Amsterdam at some point, and then continue absorbing the rest of the New World and attaching it to Poké Dragon. Darth Raptor, idle. Okay, well, perhaps... Okay, we've got a lot of things that we can have a look at here. Stability-wise, we don't need that right now. Let's instead focus on increasing our money a little bit. The coal plant is going to produce pollution. So will the sawmill. Let's instead go for the... Well, the factory's going to cause it as well. Maybe I should avoid all of them for now. Industrial silos will create it. I mean, right now, the people in the farmers' quarters are actually allowing... They're producing more food than we're consuming. Let's grab whale fishing first. Really want to start down the pollution route just yet. I'm going to be honest. So let's hold off on that one. Just for the time being. Let's get a little bit more cash flowing into the coffers where we can. There we go. That should be a good couple of turns there. Poké Dragon's population is increased. Nice.
I'm already angry.
Another grievance,
Do not
of
drive
course.
me to violence.
Really?
Agree to my reasonable demand.
I need more now. That is unfortunately very much in their favour. I'm just going to straight up retreat. Okay, Poké Dragon, I need something made from you very specifically. I need a fort down here, from whence I can recruit more units. Where would I like to put it? Let's pop it down. I'd lose 2 food there, 2 food here. This one would be the better one to lose. Actually, here, let's pop it there, and let's push that through right now. Oh man, that's expensive though. It'll only take me 2 turns. I'll wait on that. Alright, let's get over there and start our way down. Very expensive to upgrade. Very worth it though. I'll upgrade those 2. The rest can upgrade as we move. But I need my actual forces down there. We'll wait on the rest. But if I can get a fort here, then I can position on it. And hopefully, in the coming turns, send more units down there. We've got a bunch new units over here as well. So let's start moving them into position. Manu? Let's have a look. I think it probably is time for us to get some... oh, actually, no Manu. Alright, Manu, as far as pollution goes, if we're going to get pollution, let's get it at Manu where the industry is off the charts. Sure, we'll get all of the upgrades there at Manu. It's going to take some time, but it should be worth it ultimately. Now then, let's get the rest of our armies on the move again. Right, I would like you very much to hold fast here for the time being. As for you, let's get you right down at the bottom there. I'm hopeful that they're going to get into a bit of a scrap here, but there's no guarantee of that. Actually, no, they won't, because they're probably on good terms. And we can move to the next era straight away. Alright, Darth Raptor, population gain. Agrarian Star has been unlocked. Guerrilla Warfare researched. One of the Scientist Era Stars has been unlocked. A new wonder can be claimed. Very nice indeed. Let's go ahead and claim it. We might as well. This one won't really help me, but it'll give me 10% extra science on capital, so sure, let's grab it. Now, at this point, we can move into the next era, but I don't see much reason to. We can sit here and gain at least one aesthete star. We can probably gain the agrarian star. Our population is growing very rapidly. Military stars, we're almost certainly going to be able to do that. We're probably going to be able to get at least one star from economy. And I don't see why we wouldn't be able to get quite a few builder stars as well. There's really no reason for us to move to the next era just yet. No one else is even remotely close to us. The issue is you might push in there before I am ready. And that frustrates me. Right. There we go. Urban Planning Research. We have also unlocked the achievement, Key Influencer, and I believe that achievement comes from having every capital city in the world under our cultural influence. In a perfect city, light and space, markets and entertainment are available for everyone to the benefit of all. The advent of urban planning, a scientific discipline dedicated to designing healthy, productive cities, draws attention to the Empire's young, their welfare, and their role in society. Children's rights. The Empire's continued progress is predicated on educating each generation anew. Child employment. Economic growth is the Empire's first responsibility for all citizens, regardless of age. +1 worker slot on city or outpost per market quarter, my lord. But no, we're going to be going with researcher ones, obviously. That is going to push us very heavily in that direction as well. Wow. But yes, progress is going to be where we're going. There will be no children shoved into the steam generator in this playthrough. No, no, no. For that, you must wait until Frostpunk 2 comes out. Big Bang can go up. I would kind of like... I mean, it's going to cause a lot of pollution, but maybe it'd be worth getting that on the go. But let's get Big Ben going. And Big Ben is, of course, going to be over with Manu. And frankly, as much as that tile is great, let's find a good one for it to go on. Yeah, I think it has to be there. I mean, it has to be on a river regardless. But actually, I guess, realistically speaking, this is the more accurate of the locations to put it. We could also have it over there if I really wanted, but no, I think having Big Ben up on a hill, whilst not
means
exactly accurate to reality,
fewer people can produce
is
more.
pretty good.
But what about the workers?
That's a fair question. You can help out with Big Ben. That's now only in 7 turns. Can we sneak back out there, I wonder? Again, we just want to get into a position where we can found this territory and then claim
Pollution in this territory is fortunately low. Wouldn't it be lovely to keep it that way?
I agree. Poker Dragon has gained a population. Local pollution level increased. Oh, Manu has received a new... Oh. Manu's actually got low pollution levels now. That's up from no pollution levels. Trench warfare researched. By digging in and building heavily fortified and interconnected positions, strategic advantage can be taken by the defender. Oh yeah, builder stars unlocked.
Hail, sovereign.
New grievance available. It's just rude. No! Wow. Poop. I require this. Trade route blocked. A lot of them. You're also oppressing my people here. I demand this one. And this one I'm not going to worry about. But I'm straight up going to refuse these demands. Of course, they forgave them. Well, this is going to build up our reason to go to war. That's a bit of a shame, but okay. In that case, let's move back to the garrison. And at this point, what is our current stance? You're jealous of this, but what treaties do we have? We don't have a aggression. Yeah, tolerate skirmishes. Well then. Let's start pulling down your desire to go to war. By harassing your ships. Repeatedly. We're just going to follow them around and constantly poke. Poke, poke, poke. To try and pull down their willingness to deal with us in a war scenario. As for you, let's get you up along these borders as well. Because soon we're going to be sweeping through this area. We'll mainly just take Amsterdam, that's all we're going to need to take. But we might just move through and claim a couple of others as well. We might go into multiple wars at this point. I know that's hubris talking. You don't need to warn me. I know. But this is clearly going to be where the theatre of war is going to be happening, so let's get down there. The Belching Towers. Your prolific industries are the source of great pride for your cities, the fruits of their labours bringing many delights and improvements to people across your land. However, the advent of factories, though they can be temples of production, also casts a smoggy shadow. Are humans to be seen as cogs in a vast economic machine? Well, our workers are our most valued asset. +1 stability on Maker's Quarters or profit-focused. The remorseless pursuit of profit is the only winning strategy. +5 money. Wow. -50% delay between 2 crises independent people spawning on city or outpost. Wow. I mean, we don't need this, but that would be amazing. No, we're not going to go for that. There's a limit. There's a limit to how what I can do with good conscience. My goodness. But there's very little limit to the cliffhangers that I'm willing to subject my viewers to, it seems. We are gearing up for not 1, but honestly, probably 2 in quick succession wars. I would be saddened if we didn't wrap up this series completely controlling the New World. We might wrap up the series by completely controlling the Old World too. Who knows? We might just absorb, completely absorb. Not vassals. The 2 continents that we've staked a claim to, or maybe we'll live happily with our vassals. I mean, again, you know, a reputation takes a lifetime to build, but seconds to destroy. And if our vassals can't trust that when they acquiesce to our call for surrender and vassalization, they won't indeed be protected, and that it's merely, you know, a pausing tactic before I crush them beneath our feet. No, they must have confidence. Otherwise, how could I ever expect anyone else to make a war an easy win for us? No, we'll keep going the way we are there. But war is coming to the New World, or rather, war is continuing in the New World in the coming episodes. I really do hope you've enjoyed today's episode, though. We'll be joining me for the next. But until next time, and as always, do take care, everyone.